Good morning, Excellencies, esteemed guests, distinguished participants. Welcome to International Geneva. I'm truly honored to stand before you today at the inaugural Responsible Security Forum organized by the International Code of Conduct Association. I am particularly glad to be at this forum as it marks the 10th anniversary of an association that emerged from a Swiss initiative. In these 10 years, ICoCA has evolved gradually and is today a trusted partner for government, the private sector, and also civil society. A partner which advances sustainable and responsible business conduct in the security sector. In my opening remarks, I will firstly touch upon the impact of global trends and the added value of ICoCA for the different stakeholders. Secondly, I wish to reflect the 10 years anniversary and the progress made, and lastly, also dare a brief look into possible future venues of action. Dear participants, in the global landscape, the demand for private security services is on the rise. An increase in international conflict and the ferocity thereof, as well as the impact of actors such as the Wagner Group, are one explanation of this rise. Simultaneously, technological advancement, climate change, evolving societal awareness, and needs are additional reasons why today this industry is more critical than ever. In light of the increasing complexity and diversity of the threats, there is a need by all stakeholders for strong and reliable security partnerships which guarantee that human rights are upheld. The increased relevance is also the result of a strategic shift in many institutions, including in Switzerland. Governments, international organizations, and private businesses rely on certification as a prerequisite for mandates with security companies. Governments, for example, are entrusting private security companies with critical responsibilities, whether it is safeguarding their diplomatic missions abroad, managing the implementation of migration policies, such as border security, or overseeing facilities for asylum seekers. It is the responsibility of governments to uphold the commitments they made to protecting human rights, as outlined in the Montreux document and in the UNGP. Ensuring full compliance with human rights obligations in our interactions with private security companies is a pressing concern. It is in response to this concern that Switzerland has 10 years ago supported the flagship initiative that ICoCA is today. Similarly to governments, non-governmental organizations also rely on private security companies in their operations. Our civil society partners, too, need to be able to have a solid basis for assess which companies to partner with so that their security needs are met and human rights standards are upheld. Finally, the most frequent and therefore perhaps the most consequential users of private security companies remain the enterprises themselves. Multinational corporations, in particular, operate across diverse sectors, including extractive industries, commodity trading, agriculture, food processing, and manufacturing. The diversity of the sectors is representative of the diversity of their security needs and human rights challenges. Tailored expertise is therefore crucial. The expertise that ICoCA certified providers offer has a significant advantage. It is a safe value with regard to respect for human rights by the security providers, and it is with private companies tend to opt for them. I wish to emphasize it is not only the international legal framework that requires the private sector to ensure these safeguards. End users are increasingly focused on sustainable business conduct, also with regards to human rights. In short, the collaboration with security companies that have a certification by ICoCA bears clear competitive advantages for government, civil society organizations, and private businesses. It furthermore helps prevent tensions and contributes to a positive and peaceful climate conducive to business in contexts that are otherwise hard to navigate. Dear participants, this year marks the 10th anniversary of the establishment of ICoCA. The 10 years have brought about significant achievement. On the one hand, this mechanism has successfully engaged civil society organizations and private security companies in the practical implementation of the code. The code is now acknowledged as a reference by various organizations such as the UN Global Compact, the UN Working Group on Business and Human Rights, or FIFA. On the other hand, the association has developed several practical tools based on the Code of Conduct, such as guidance on gender equality and sexual violence. Another example are toolkits for the voluntary commitment of security companies, including company certification, performance assessment and advice, as well as a grievance mechanism. But today, we are more inclined to measure success in numbers. Let me therefore mention another notable achievement, the growing number of companies that have joined ICoCA since its start. 135 members and 59 certified companies. The fact that an initiative of Switzerland has grown in both membership and international support is also the result of the strategic work of the staff and executive of ICoCA. Beyond their technical expertise, I wish to thank them for their foresight and sharp political sense, both absolutely crucial for the success of the association. Today, we will delve into a diverse array of topics shaping the future of the private security landscape. As we see the ICoCA membership expanding, in order to tend to future needs of clients, we need to provide tailored solutions to inclusive security practices across widely diverse industries. From a political perspective, gaining a deeper understanding of the private military contracting landscape with a spotlight on the activities of groups like Wagner will be important for all stakeholders. In light of the risk of destabilization that such groups bear, regulation and transparency remain key. Switzerland, which attaches great importance to humanitarian assistance, also looks forward to a more in-depth discussion on the impact of private security companies on humanitarian action and aid delivery in this fast-paced and ever-changing landscape. Finally, we recognize the increasing need for private security in facilitating a just transition to a low-carbon economy. This entails addressing potential conflict which arise from resource competition in fragile contexts. We need to champion responsible security practices that contribute to overall peace, security, and human rights for all. The future of private security bears both new challenges and new opportunities. I believe that our discussion today will contribute to laying the foundations for a security landscape that fosters sustainable peace, development, and respect for human rights. In my conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to say that today's event marks a historical moment as we gather to discuss and navigate the evolving landscape of private security 10 years after the founding of ICoCA. Security practitioners, experts, and researchers from around the world are here in international Geneva to address crucial topics that impact not only the security industry, but also our global community as a whole. I take this moment to applaud ICoCA for its accomplishments and call on all stakeholders, government, members of civil society, and security companies alike to sustain the commitment to promoting these standards of excellence. The private security sector can play a decisive role in advancing the global human rights agenda. Collectively, we should continue to require from private security companies mandated by us to become members of ICoCA and encourage our partners to do the same. I would like here to thank you for your commitment to this important cause, and I would also to open and officially open the forum of today's. Thank you for your attention.